To raise money for his high school alma mater, Dave Chappelle screens an unreleased documentary titled Live in Real Life, which is about his COVID comedy shows. Several months into the COVID epidemic in the summer of 2020, comedian Dave Chappelle made the decision that he needed to do something to revitalize his neighborhood. Chappelle made the decision to utilize his wealth to improve the situation because, like the rest of the globe, he was cooped up at home with his family. Chappelle started doing socially isolated shows with his friends, musicians, and other comedians after renting out a cornfield across the street from his Yellow Springs, Ohio, home. The whole procedure was captured on camera for the independent documentary Dave Chappelle, Live in Real Life. In 2021, the film, which was directed by Steven Bogner and Julia Reichert, had its Tribeca Film Festival debut as Dave Chappelle, This Time, This Place. But after the criticism of his 2021 stand-up special, The Closer, in which he made a number of transphobic jokes, it was never distributed. The retitled documentary was shown on Friday night during the 23rd annual Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival, MAF, 4 years later. I've gone on to get snubbed by the Grammys and the Emmys because someone thought it was a good idea to tell trans jokes, Chappelle remarked on stage as the credits rolled, speaking openly to the crowd about those badly received jokes. It seems that Dave Chappelle Live in Real Life indicates that the Grammy-winning comedian is concentrating on a new project. The documentary, which features well-known people like Chris Rock, Jon Hamm, David Letterman, Kevin Hart, and the Roots, who came by on the weekends to riff, talk, and dance with fans during those summer events, is poignant and full of Chappelle's trademark humor. With COVID being so new, it took a lot of guts for all of those comedians to step out there. During the post-screening talkback, when he fielded questions from the audience, a sold-out audience that included fellow comic David Letterman and CBS News' Gayle King, Chappelle said, everyone was still so isolated, and it was real fear. In addition, nobody had worked for 100 nights. It didn't matter that everyone smelt bad when they arrived. Being with each other again was a lot of joy. It was similar to how we all discovered how much we enjoyed each other's company when we first joined the comedy club. In an attempt to generate money for his alma institution, the Duke Ellington School of the Arts in Washington, D.C., Chappelle had the movie exhibited at MAF. The high school, which the comedian has credited with transforming his life, received the proceeds from the event's ticket sales. Ellington gave me a sense of community, he said. It was a predominantly black school when I went there, and that was important because everything in the news was so negative. With almost 50 events recorded thus far, Dave Chappelle, Live in Real Life reveals how the comedy show grew into a summer series, a phenomenon that delighted some Yellow Springs locals and infuriated others. It also demonstrates the extent to which Chappelle and his team went to guarantee the safety and well-being of the artists, crew, and audience members. He reflected on Yellow Springs' economic situation when he said, during the summer of 2020, it was about to be a mass exodus from the town. People wanted to sell their enterprises and stores. Everyone would think I had all this money when they saw me on TV, and I do, so that's how I knew this. They were trying to sell me all this crap, so they were coming. I came to the realization that everyone was departing. This will be a significant event. I purchased a lot of town real estate so covertly. It was not my intention to do this. It was something that was urgently required. And because I didn't charge anybody rent for 2 years, they were happy about it. According to Chappelle, the summer performances not only helped the town's economy by bringing together individuals who were languishing in isolation, but they also brought in $9 million. The assignment was easy for him. If you want things to change, you have to change shit, he said.